As the judges just told me, I drove with a not very experienced driver. I followed him, tried to be closer.
I don't know.
And here he ran too wide, and I was very close. Therefore, there was no chance to go anywhere. I had to drive into it.
What will happen to the car?
We'll just fix it and go further.
So we'll fix it, right?
For sure. Are we going for repairs? Yeah, it is already being repaired, I think.
Oh, really? Already done? The weather has changed a bit. It has become warmer. The tires were rolled on the track, so grip has increased. We practiced, adjusted the car, made 2 runs, and got all the clips well. So I've already had the 3rd run, I think. Did it at maximum, because we need to test the car. And unfortunately, after the initiation, the understeer caught, ran into the curb. Thank God there is hay, so we have no global damage. The bumper needs to be repaired, but it's no biggie. But the subframe burst because it is aluminum. The guys are now trying to fix it. We are looking for argon in the paddock. I think we'll handle everything and go to the qualification.
I was running close. Some guys were running into the hay. And when they drove into it, I was so close to them that there was nothing I could do but adjust to their trajectory to reduce the likelihood of damaging my car and push them there deeper in a way. Now everything is smooth and fine. All the bumpers have been put and we'll fight like tigers.
So you can make some points for the chase still for you, okay? It doesn't mean that you are winning the battle or losing the battle, no. Because we are still waiting what the leader will does on the chase. Because we judge those 2 runs like lead by lead and chase by chase. Don't forget about it.
These are battle scars on our cars that appear. I'm signing them, when it was, and in which city. So for the whole season, we will collect them all.
Ivan Zubchuk, competitor in the typical yellow-blue BMW e92 under the hood, has a B58 engine which can still be called an underrated design, a power unit in the world of drifting, an engine that we can find in the I now see on the camera preview Zubchuk's lost rear bumper. We already see one of the cars. It appears that Artur Havrylenko might actually start in a borrowed car from Ivan Zubchuk. To remind you, it's the BMW e92 we saw in the previous duel. I za moment powinni wyruszyć na trasę.
Rafał Barzycki na czele, za nim Artur Havrylenko. Rafał agresywnie wchodzi w trasę, jedzie bardzo ładnym kątem, dynamiczna przekładka. Artur stara się nie odstępować, lecz jednak ta odległość, chociaż tutaj już się zbliżyli do siebie. Rafał Barzycki zalicza kolejną zonę i wlatuje w strefę touch and go. Oddala się od swojego przeciwnika. Tutaj na końcu coś się wydarzyło. Artur Havrylenko, moim zdaniem, na chwilę
Arthur's winters broke down, but I think we'll fix it by morning. This run, I think he lost. That is, he will have a second one, and on the second try, he will pass the qualification on my car. Or maybe we'll figure something out with winters now.
BMW E46, więc jesteśmy w sytuacji, o której wspominałem wcześniej, gdzie zawodnik jedzie solowe przejazdy w drugim etapie kwalifikacji i tutaj wszystko zależy od tego, jak pojedzie tą trasę, czy dostanie 0 punktów. Aktualnie dosyć agresywnie, płynne przekładki, wypełnia, nie trafia w zonę, lecz no, jedzie cały czas płynnie, jedzie w drifcie. Zalicza ostatnie zony jednym kołem. No, ciężko jest zawodnikowi pożyczonym autem pojechać idealny przejazd, lecz czasem jak wjeżdżą się w auto coraz bardziej widać było ewidentną różnicę, progres i właśnie tak jak wspomniałeś, Paweł, tutaj no Artur wprowadza trochę zamieszania. Wydaje mi się, że ten przejazd kwalifikacyjny jest lepszy, jest tutaj głębiej w zonach, możliwe, że to jest to, o czym mówiliśmy, czyli pierwszy przejazd pojechał
driving in a city on the normal road, so it's very technical, it's quite difficult, yeah, a lot of adrenaline, but I love it. I love it mostly because of the people here, also, you know, the atmosphere. We are driving in the center of the city, so it's beautiful, I really love it. We came here with a car which is not as good as I would like to. We are missing our supercharger, so I have only 500 horsepower right now. But the car is very controllable and I love it. So right now I will keep what I'm doing by now and I will just enjoy.
There were 150 pieces. That's all that was left. Our friend, Ivan Zubchuk, is taking spare parts for winters to us. And at night, we will put it together. I have a buy run tomorrow, right away in the top 8, because I have the 4th place in the qualification. I have to run with an opponent who is 13th in qualification. But unfortunately, he did not score enough points. There were 13 cars, and 12 drivers qualified. Arthur 11th will fight for his right to be the champion of the DriftOpen series. So let's see how tomorrow's race ends.
So today is race day. All night we were looking for spare parts for our winters all over Poland and beyond. We found one disassembled gearbox like ours, but it turned out when it arrived that it didn't have the parts we needed. But we played it safe and took a new gearbox from Maxim Miller, his spare one, just in case. And so it happened that we put it exactly. So I thank him very much for that.
What's going on? I somehow locked my keys with my bag in the car. And the racing suit, too. There are a few minutes left and we will leave, test whether everything is fine with the car and train a little, and make our way from the very bottom to the very top.
Будемо пробиратися з самого низу до самого верху.
At the start, we already see the competitor with number 723. He is from Ukraine, Ivan Zubchuk. He drives a BMW e92 car. It has under the hood 500 horsepower and 600 Newton meters, and it will make its run in the form of byrun. As Adam mentioned earlier, it's a solo run.
Ivan Zubchuk is entering the track with the BMW e92, just as Nikita mentioned. Nice car, well built, you can tell it's not. A bit of a bummer, that ride didn't look too hard at some point, unfortunately. No, w pewnym momencie i niestety there was an incident. I don't know about serious, let it go, these things here. You know, indeed, maybe if someone has never, if you've never even seen a beehive in your life, this might seem okay, but
The car went to the wrong place. So on our buy run, in the top 16, I found one single post on the track. Unfortunately, the car did not allow me to make a transition. New tires were put on the back. There was a very strong grip and it didn't slide as well as I would have liked. And at one point, the car caught a very tough grip on the front, and I could not do the transition. I needed to make it to the right, but the car went by inertia to the left. If I had run into the hay in front of the post, or behind it, a meter to the left or a meter to the right, the car would not have been so damaged. In that case, I would run further, and we would fix something. But it's a frontal hit to the post. Therefore, unfortunately, we are eliminated today, and we have a week to prepare the car for the competition in Hungary.
Gaurila also has an LSX engine with a capacity of 7.4 liters and apparently generates power with 600 horsepower and 880 liters. Max Keller and Artur Havrylenko are already on their way to. They started their drift run. Max Keller cut across here to keep on the shadow. Zone number 10, Artur Havrylenko is very close to Max. They're really riding close together. Here the leader is just a bit short of scoring those zones, but the end section is already very widely ridden.
And they truly actually were setting the course. Let's look at Max Keller. One axle must be very comfortable with a good flat in front. And I don't know. It's not very honest in a weird situation because it's like after that the engine is going to be that moment. And I think Max Keller will have full right to the subsection. If he loses, oh dear, but now
information that Artur Havrylenko wins.
The opponent made a false start for some reason. We were looking at the traffic lights. The green light turned around too, 3 seconds after the opponent started. At this time, he was already almost at the initiation point. I did not understand exactly what he wanted to achieve at the expense of it. Apparently, he was afraid that he would not catch up with me. And who is our opponent in the top 8? We have a Czech guy. He is running here for the first time. He has the S14, my favorite platform I've had before. I miss it a lot. Can you add here that I have a tear when you will edit? Nice LS3 motor on a big turbo. Huge. So now I'm going to run full throttle. I think I've figured out how to drive, so there's no other option but to run at max. We fixed winters in the morning, left for the first run, and we had a cylinder leak on the handbrake. We made a little spring, a screed, and that's what we're running with. But we will try to make our way due to our skill.
It will be a Nissan S14 and a BMW e46.
Natomiast bardzo ciekawi mnie to, co powiedziałeś, że ty się tego już dopiero od 3 lat jeździ, czyli zaczął jak miał 13 lat. To dość wcześnie. No ale zobaczmy. Wladimir Dołbek teraz bardzo dużym kątem tutaj w tej części trasy. Artur Havrylenko ładnie się utrzymuje z tyłu troszeczkę, teraz mocno wciągnął auto do wewnętrznej, żeby się zbliżyć, teraz przez to szeroko wyjechał naprawdę mega blisko krawężnika. No i widać, że tak jakby musiał troszeczkę odejmować tam gazu Artur Havrylenko, żeby...
Na ekranach transmisji widzimy zdjęcia Wladimira Dołbka oraz Artura Havrylenko. Zawodnicy już ruszyli. Artur Havrylenko jako lider inicjuje pościg. Jedzie bardzo płynnie, zaliczając po kolei zony. Po następnej przekładce zalicza zonę numer 3. Troszeczkę tutaj płytko, natomiast Wladimir Dołbek bardzo blisko trzyma się też Artura. Stara się atakować je drzwi. Płynne przekładki w tempo. I tutaj na sam koniec Wladimir wjeżdża praktycznie na drzwi Artura.
Exactly as you say, and I already have information from the judges between Vladimir Dołbek and Artur Havrylenko. There will be one more time.
No ale teraz już kaganek niesie Wladimir Dołbek przed maską Artura Havrylenki. Oj, tutaj bardzo płasko z kolei, a szeroko i takim wielkim kątem pojechał Wladimir Dołbek. No, jest tam Artur Havrylenko, ale znowu widzę, że się musi odhamowywać, że znowu ten ręczny tam wchodzi w grę. Oj, zupełnie pogubił się z przekładkami Artur Havrylenko. I z kolei tutaj widzimy taką sytuację, w której mam wrażenie, że troszeczkę za bardzo zgripował swoje auto Artur Havrylenko.
No i zawodnicy zamienili się miejscami, ruszyli. Artur Havrylenko na czele, inicjuje pościg, wjeżdża się w zonę bardzo ładnie, natomiast tutaj dużym, szerokim kątem zalicza zonę numer 3, ale Wladimir stara się, no chciałem powiedzieć, że nie odstępuje mu ani kroku, ale tutaj troszeczkę się pogubił i występuje podobna sytuacja jak w poprzedniej parze, czyli na początku było trochę bliżej.
No ale mamy tutaj już informację i to Wladimir Dołbek jest zwycięzcą.
We just installed the Winters gearbox and I went to the first runs and stopped pumping the cylinder on the brakes, on the Wilwood handbrake. The entire track that I was driving, I tried to pump up the handbrake before initiation. But this is absurd. You can't even do that. And my opponent, he made unusually ridiculous big angles. And because of that, he slowed down. And to be closer to him, I needed a handbrake in any case, to do the quick transition to the other side. We didn't have that. That's why I lost. It's the main reason, so we are getting ready for Hungary. It will be even more fun there.